What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at blood was spilled. But somewhere in the middle of...
You think this was...
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway. Claiming, I know it sounds like the bastard. Naturally, old Martha could...
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of...
A couple of curse breakers. They should speed up the search.
Don't worry.
Volunteers, just say the word. I dab hand when it comes to the old fisticuffs. Of course. Finish with that.
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn is...
Aside from the whole...
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black, that slurry will keep eating away at... Assuming we had it out the old...
Of course, your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland.
Well, to make pitch, you know... Well, I'm not so unkind as... And it just so happens I...
Sounds it.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was
They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and come.
Any idea?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards...
To the Abbey shelter.
But Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up. Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
Tell us
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
the Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor soul.
Then, Martha,
I think so.
Black Shield. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There's only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Stay down! Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. They are.
The Black Shields will return. Rosaria will never be saved. Tell Martha.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds.
I've gathered the bearers' remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. There's a floating eyeball. Ugh! You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they'd. Cole is worried about Mom.
All right.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one's...
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I were. Cole said you cast, but it should have been me.
How?
But I did. The rumors started moons ago, but I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about it.
And in ordinary times you would have been. Which begs the... My mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that world. If those Imperials think they... Oh, before I forget, he asked me to tell you...
Then we must...
We can't...
No need.
Try not to move.
Oi! Of course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to...
Chocobo.
You heard me right. And not just Whiteheart and her...
Chocobo.
It's true. Well, go on, then. There's a...
Where can I...
I saw him cut... You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't what...
Oh, sure.
And good luck.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia would... Speaking of brave... Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the... You've been bad for business.
Not around.
Oh.
Because she's something of a you-hurt. All right, then. Oh, well. Nice try. Give me thunder! You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you, Yusuf. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see it. Oh, and the...
Thankfully.
Well, I'll be... Don't reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her. Bird like her would have come...
Well...
Oh, no, sorry.
What is it, girl?
She wants... Told you.
Is that it?
Well, bugger me if they... Oh! Doesn't she cut an handsome
She does indeed.
Ah. Oh, I'll be sad to see her. Don't you what? You hear that, White? That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't...
Must have been...
Oh, must have been, eh? Anyhow.
You take care of your flock. I'll call you in. Come on. Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. Can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time. Now, where's Gav?
With that, Lance.
Well?
Find his... Ugh. I'll go.
Yeah.
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
You think it's all right to touch him?
I got ya. So, will it be? Did last you a good while. Anything else?
Did you come through the forge today? How much water can a flower drink?
It's not. Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I am, was it...
Is everything all...
Oh, yeah.
It's good to know there's some...
Martel's pride in... I took... And not...
Impressive.
You...
It'll be nice being...
Oh, sure. You hear that, Mart?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Yeah!
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you!
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed. Would we,
Of course.
What business could the Black
Then they must...
You fancy dancing a gallows?
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks. The Empire won't...
Don't they?
Keep your ears...
Welcome, stranger. You won't be disappointed. Fare ye well?
going hunting for outlaws. 2 more left to join the garrison.
I'm sorry.
The black sheep. At least I think there was a black.
Was this the first?
What do you think?
If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help no.
Don't you go. I speak for the people. You are to leave.
May I at least?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but the Empire is a harsh master. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village.
Then we shall be on up. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate...
Obedience.
Are you all right?
We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, but other than Martha, a new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will... Good girl. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men. Time to fight. You deserve a rest. Nice try.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your home.
The Black.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield, Rosaria. Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Your friends have been found. They await you in Old Hill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Yeah!
Back to the stables, Carl.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, didn't see the sun for all the
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Not here.
Faster!
We're not alone. The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy!
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off!
Find it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guard.
I suspect everyone in that crowd. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built. The Lazarus.
If you're sure, do you think it's safe?
As long as it...
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Oldham.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. Run like the wind. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
show them as much mercy as they did.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. As you wish, my lord. It has been an... honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. Sensing an opportunity, this will allow us to wait while the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers.
How small?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill.
But until...
Sir Wade.
Very good.
As you come...
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one pudding and...
And so...
We'll keep them from the...
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since. There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Whoa. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't let them flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
I don't see any more.
Nor do I.
It did. We sent every...
Perhaps this will be enough to...
Perhaps. She'll move swiftly to see her minions.
And then... I often wonder if her fields we battled to preserve them. Yet be that as it may. For as long as the and her loyal...
So wait.
Think we should fall back to a sound.
And how long?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then...
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared.
And appearances must be... Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in... where he would be... And so, though it sickens him to the soul, it is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't...
Then I will have to think of a way to...
I might have... It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it and the...
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you... If only Sir Tyler...
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever a...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, A ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drusteness in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
You two look like you could...
Weren't she the girl? How did we know?
I hear about these Guardians of the Flame.
A gift.
Oh,
that sounds... Bloody no.
I'm glad it's o'clock.
Well, you can leave.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the...
And if no, something's... It's like...
But
oh, now... What?
Back again, Lord Rosfield. What will it be?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be the mother crystal that rises. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred. And they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds. from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
How did we know?
Them old apples.
I could have sworn we had a few.
I didn't take...
Oh, there? I borrowed... Oh, where's this from?
If it...
Well, but you're...
Something tells...
Fad!
So...
The only... A beast.
Does the book say...
Well, only...
Rose, one of the book...
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
August was worried that something I thought...
I told...
Clive just want to talk to it. Please, man.
Oh,
Why don't you...
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye. Anyway, the other day... I should have brought the bastard there. You got what...
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn.
Blackthorn? Something tell if he had...
I couldn't.
He said he... Assuming...
Who Black...
Glad to... Karen, Blackthorn mentioned...
And he ain't...
Sorry, didn't think, but it was nice. Next solid.
You don't know what...
Like I said, you don't...
I see.
He did tell, apparently, his next commission...
Here. There's a griffin on the hunt board. Now, where the...
Thank you, Karen.
At least...
So, it sounds like going after that
I'll leave that while you...
Good idea.
Be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, you want to...
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud. Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency. Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about. old Arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there. Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait. Nothing a shelter for Zarya can't handle. Just like old times. Be sure to keep clear of his wall.
Believe me, I mean to. That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots?
Too slow.
Press on.
Yes. It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat. Though I don't remember it being like this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Is there no other way across?
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not. They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these. nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly. Nice try.
Leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
Well done, Toggle. You hurt?
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Lady Marley.
It's me.
By the mother. Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the Conway.
All right. Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
How many of them are there?
Too many.
Nice try. Too slow. Stay down!
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons. and you must face yours.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
I'll gas Griffith's song.
Nice try. Nice try.
Son Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders. Fought your wars. All to protect the children you took. Just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend.
Their souls were sullied with a stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster. And my soul is stained black. Though not by ether. But by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Now!
Right! Can't I do it? Please, just once.
Take long. Nice try. Too slow.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here! Use this.
Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father.
I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high. Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed. I kept my promise, and now you keep yours. This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure...
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on Lane Night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. Ah, the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies?
I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon,